Think about the last time you bought your weekly groceries. You reach the front of the line, bag your items, and complete the trade by handing over $50 to the cashier. In that moment, two things are moving in completely opposite directions. The groceries move toward you, while your money travels away from you, into the store's hands. For most of us, this feels like the end of the story. You have your food, the store has your cash, and the transaction is finished. But that $50 bill is actually the trigger for a massive chain reaction. Your payment is about to travel through the entire community, fueling the lives of people you've never met. That bill doesn't sit in the register. The store uses it to pay the cashier's wages. The cashier takes their wages and spends them at a local hair salon. The salon owner then pays their landlord the monthly rent. This reveals the foundational rule of how we all survive. Every dollar you spend quickly becomes the income that someone else relies on to live. But the cycle isn't always a perfect circle. Sometimes the cashier might decide to save a piece of their paycheck for the future instead of spending it right away. When money is saved, it stops moving through local shops. This drain is a leak, pulling spending power out. But banks lend those savings to businesses. By spending that loan on new equipment, they pump cash back into the main cycle. This refilling of the system is known as an injection. It's the way saved money finds its way back into the hands of workers and store owners. These pairs are everywhere. Taxes pull money out, but government spending puts it back. Buying a car from overseas sends money out, while selling our goods to other countries brings it back in. An economy stays stable as long as the amount being drained out is replaced by the new money being pumped back in. Because this loop is continuous, that original $50 bill actually does much more work than its face value suggests. Think about the journey. It paid the grocer, the cashier, the stylist, and the landlord. Even though it's just one piece of paper, the total amount of business it fueled keeps adding up to hundreds of dollars. Early experts like John Maynard Keynes realized that a single payment creates a ripple effect, a multiplier, generating far more economic life than the starting amount. This boost eventually slows down, because at every step, a tiny bit of that money is drained away into savings or taxes. Wealth isn't just about how much cash exists in a vault. It's about how quickly and how often that cash keeps moving through the hands of the people. If you zoom out, you can see these billions of tiny loops happening simultaneously across the entire nation. But imagine a crisis hits and everyone stops spending at the same time. People get scared, they clutch their wallets, and they try to save every penny. When families stop buying, the stores lose their revenue instantly. The shops become empty, and the shelves stay full. Since stores have no customers, they can't pay their workers. Those workers then lose their income, which means they can't afford to go to the salon or pay their rent. The circle stops turning. This is a recession. It's not a lack of physical stuff. It's a breakdown of the movement that connects us all. When fear freezes the cycle, how do you get it moving again? The government and central banks have a unique power to step in when everyone else is too afraid to move. Unlike a family, they can borrow those idle savings sitting in the banks and force them back into the loop. By spending heavily on new bridges or sending out emergency checks, the government creates a massive rush of new orders for goods and services. This sudden influx of money gives businesses customers again. Revenue returns, which allows them to hire back their workers, who then finally have the confidence to go out and spend their own wages. The entire system is a living reflection of our daily choices.